Stamps in the Mail Club has 4 fabulous projects this month with some neat suggestions. But the project I'm going to show you first is the Peekaboo window card. And this is a fun technique that you can do with any set of the nested framelits. So what you're going to do, and here's how your Stamps in the Mail Club package comes, but I'm going to show you how to do this. So I have my Tiny Triangles folder that I have just done my embossing on my Tangelo Twist cardstock. This is a really fun folder shape. It's one of the new ones. And I'm going to go ahead and set aside my multi-purpose platform and pull out my magnetic platform, which is not necessarily a requirement for using with the Big Shot, but when you're using the framelits, it really makes life fabulous. So when you do this, you want to have a couple of different sizes of your framelit. So the nesting ones are perfect. And I'm going to take the size that fits my stamp and then the next size. So here's, oh my goodies, here's the one that matches my stamp, and then here's the biggest one to make my, next biggest one to make my window. So I'll set this aside. I am going to go ahead and take that larger one that I want to make a window with. I'm going to set my cardstock here and go ahead and lay my Deco Label framelit on top. And again, if you're getting Stamps in the Mail Club, this part is already done for you, but if you want to learn how to do this at home, then you're watching the right thing. Okay, so I have my pieces here. Now this part you can set aside to use on a different card, which we did for Stamps in the Mail. And then we have this fabulous window in the front with this fun extra little border accent around it because we embossed first and then cut our window out. So that's kind of a cool bonus technique tip, I guess, for you. So we have our cardstock. And the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and cut a piece of window sheet to go on here. So you can use your paper trimmer, ta-da! Or honestly, you can just, you know, cut it close with scissors, whatever is easiest for you. But I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece that is 4 inches wide and 5 1/4 inches the other direction. And I think I said window sheet. I meant to say cello bag because that's what the Stamps in the Mail Club pieces are packaged with. So in these fabulous cello bags, and you cut 2 pieces at the same time, you'll have 2 of them to make 2 window cards. And this piece is going to fit here on the inside. It's much easier to put your adhesive on the card than on the window piece, on the cello bag piece. So I'm going to put some around the edge, and then I'm going to add a little bit extra here right around my window to make sure that stays. Now I realize this is clear and difficult to see, but my tip for getting it in there straight is to go ahead and lay it here on the bottom side of your card, and then just go ahead and close up your card onto it, and that way you have your easily positioned and you're not trying to like work with something that's flexing all the time. So we have that there. I'm going to, while we're on the inside here, go ahead and place my piece of Whisper White cardstock. There is a strip of the fabulous Confetti Celebration Designer Series paper, one of my favorites, and this is going to go inside, and you can either trim it. I kind of like the way it overlaps on the side, but we're going to place that there towards the bottom. And then also included with your Stamps in the Mail Club kit is this piece of pre-die cut piece. Now if you have the Deco framelits and you want to, usually what I do is I stamp first and then cut with my framelit. But because I have these packaged for you for Stamps in the Mail Club, we will go ahead and do it this direction. Now you can use any of the stamps that you want. On my sample I used the Live Well, Laugh Hard, Love Big, but I think for this one I'm going to go ahead and use the thank you because I end up sending lots of thank you cards. Very much appreciate my stampers and customers. And so I'm going to go ahead and ink this up with a Tangelo Twist ink pad. And with Stamps in the Mail, your inks come along with your kit, so you'll have the exact colors that you need. And if you already have that color, you can swap it for something else. Now, if you're stamping on a pre-die cut piece, my recommendation is to leave your stamp rubber side up and go ahead and lay this down on here, and then usually take another clear block, but I don't seem to have one handy, so I'm just going to take an ink pad and squish it down. That way I get an even pressure across the rubber, and then I have my nicely, perfectly positioned stamp. So I am going to wash this one off with my Stampin' Scrub, because the next color I need is Honey Hello, and I don't want to mix my ink colors. So also included in Stamps in the Mail is this little strip of paper, and I'm going to stamp just the thanks on there, since that's the part I need. Or if you're copying exactly, you would want to use the Live Well, Laugh Hard, Love Big, which is another great sentiment. And I think I have ink all over my fingers because I am spreading the joy here. Alright, so I'm going to trim this and then take my thanks piece, put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back because I love them so much, which you've probably figured out if you've watched even like 2 minutes of any of my video tutorials. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. And I will go ahead and lay this on here, and then I'm going to go have to wash my hands because I'm spreading ink everywhere. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this with my snail adhesive and put this right here on our card. So great big thanks for being you. And there is my finished Peekaboo window sheet card. So a fun way to use your cello bag or your window sheet or something to get that kind of cool peekaboo effect. So I hope you've enjoyed this Stamps in the Mail Club video. If you have questions about Stamps in the Mail Club, let me know and I would be happy to chat with you. Happy stamping!